The earth has shifted. I feel it in the cracks above me, in the roots pressing through stone, in the silence that no longer sleeps. For centuries, I have rested in the deep where no heartbeat dares echo, and no sunlight has ever touched. My name is Sorin. I am the first vampire. It wasn't my choice. I've been cursed. Long ago, before kings claimed thrones and gods demanded blood, I walked the world as a man, a scholar, a seeker, a fool. I sought immortality, and I found it. Or perhaps it had found me. When I drank the essence of the void, I became more than flesh. I became a shadow, a hunger with a name. At first, I thought I was alone, a monster made to wander and forget. But loneliness is a powerful poison, even for the damned. And then she came. Velaria. She was young when she found me. Fragile, yet fierce. A mind as sharp as a dagger and a heart that beat louder than the wind. I warned her and I begged her, but she drank from me just a drop. And in that moment she was reborn. Not as a daughter, not as an heir, but as a mistake. While I slept to atone for the blood I had spilled, she built a throne on the bones of innocence. I buried myself beneath the world to keep it safe from what I had become. But her voice, it echoes through the earth now. Her whispers seep into my dreams, calling me, mocking me. I feel her fire reaching toward the sky. I feel her empire burning across the land. I feel the balance breaking. She believes I am dead. She believes she has surpassed me. But death cannot hold what was never alive. Stone cracks. Dust rains from the ceiling. Eyes open in total darkness. Two glowing red embers in the void. The time for silence is over. The first vampire walks again. When Velaria first drank from me, she trembled. Her body rejected the curse. Her soul fought to remain human. But the hunger never sleeps. It waits. It whispers. It worms its way into every thought until the thirst becomes prayer. I watched from the shadows as she changed. Her kindness dulled. Her compassion withered. Her beauty twisted into something eternal and empty. I thought it would take centuries for her to lose herself. I was wrong. Velaria learned quickly. Too quickly. She discovered that fear is stronger than loyalty, and that blood is stronger than words. She seduced kings and slaughtered their heirs. She burned libraries and built temples on their ashes. She crowned herself queen of the endless night, and those who defied her were buried beneath moonless skies. At first, the people believed she was a myth, a shadow told in taverns to scare children. But myths do not cast reflections in rivers of blood, and myths do not command legions. She gathered others, immortals who drank not for survival but for power. They called themselves her Crimson Court, once human, now twisted into beasts who smile with broken teeth and speak in ancient tongues. Cities vanished beneath their wings. Forests turned black beneath their feet. She did not simply conquer, she erased. I felt her reach even in my sleep. Her bloodline stretched across mountains, oceans, and generations. Her empire grew in silence like rot beneath the floorboards, and now her whispers seep into the bones of the world. Children are born with eyes that do not blink. The moon flickers. The rivers run cold. She is no longer a vampire. She is something else. Something ancient. Something that should not be. I created a vampire, but what stands now upon her throne is a god made of blood and ash. They say she no longer walks, that she floats above the ground surrounded by shadows that do not belong to her, that her voice can kill, that her tears are poison, that her breath stops time. I do not know what she has become, but I know this: if she remains, the world will not. I walked through the ruins of what was once a sanctuary. Stones blessed by holy men now lay shattered beneath black banners. The smell of ash hangs in the air, thick and bitter. The sun still rises, but it no longer brings warmth. Valaria's empire stretches beyond the maps I once knew. Villages I remember have become shrines to her name. Forests have turned to bone, rivers have dried to dust. And her children, the ones she asked turn, they roam these lands like ghosts in search of breath. There are no kings anymore. No priests, no laws, only her will. I pass a settlement where every window is bricked. No laughter, no song, only silence, and the faint hum of blood rituals echoing underground. The people here do not live. They endure. Their eyes avoid the skies where black-winged beasts patrol like sentinels. Their veins are owned, scheduled, and drained. I find one of her temples, a great spire of black stone. Around it, the land is barren. Crops have rotted. Animals gone. Her mark is carved into the mountain itself, a sigil of thorns and fangs bleeding eternally. Inside the temple I find offerings, skulls polished like mirrors, tongues sewn shut in velvet boxes. Children born beneath eclipses are taken and never returned. I look for allies, but those who once fought beside me are dead, or worse, loyal to her now. There is a vampire named Kale, who once stood against the darkness. He now guards her gates like a dog. His wings are stitched with runes. His heart? Gone. He does not remember me, but I remember what he was. I move unseen, whispers follow my steps. The shadows are beginning to stir. A few still resist her, hidden in caves, forgotten forests, and under the ocean's edge. They speak my name like a myth, like a warning. They say the first vampire will return, that when he does, the queen will bleed. I am that warning, and I have returned. The sky turned red the night I struck, not from fire, but from the moon itself. A perfect circle bathed in blood. They call it an omen. I call it permission. Velaria's temples are not made of stone and light. They are made of flesh, of screams buried beneath marble. And at the base of her highest altar stood one of her priests, cloaked in crimson, blindfolded, mouth sewn shut. He did not see me enter, but he felt the cold. I killed him without a sound, not out of mercy, but because I wanted silence to fall over that temple like dust. Her followers were not prepared. They had forgotten what true fear felt like, forgotten what I was. Her temples were built on bones of the old world, but I am older still. I crushed their relics in my hands. I burned her blood-soaked banners. I did not leave a message, I left a hole. And somewhere across her empire, Velaria paused. Perhaps she stopped mid-sentence, perhaps she dropped her goblet, perhaps she smiled. Because she knew. She remembered. I am the one who made her, and I have returned. Across the empire, her crimson couriers carry word of my attack. Her captains sharpen their blades. Her priests chant beneath eclipsed stars. She will not run. Queens do not run. But she will prepare for war. I do not care for battles. I do not lead armies. I am not here for conquest. I am here for her. The blood moon rises again tomorrow, and I will walk the roads she believes are hers. I know her game, the illusions, the traps, the laughter hidden in screams. But I've seen the end of monsters. I've watched gods bleed, and I've lived long enough to know. Even queens die. Let her sharpen her teeth. Let her drape herself in shadows. Let her summon her thousand-winged horrors. I do not bring war, I bring ending. The wind has changed. It carries no scent, no warmth, only silence. A silence so heavy it presses against the chest like stone. She feels me. Every step I take toward her throne shakes the balance of her empire. Velaria no longer speaks my name aloud. She whispers it like a prayer or a curse. The sky bleeds more often now. The blood moon rises with no warning. Animals vanish before the sun sets, and even the shadows run from mine. Her throne sits at the top of a tower built from broken promises, promises I made and broke. I remember when I first looked into her eyes when she was still human. Curious, terrified, beautiful. But beauty fades, power consumes, and immortality never comes without a price. She has paid that price, and so have I. They say she can no longer sleep, that her dreams are haunted by the face of the one she betrayed. I wonder if she dreams of me now or the version of me she destroyed. The ground quakes beneath my feet. The rivers run backward. Her creatures, half shadow, half flesh, wait in the corners of forgotten cities, and still, I walk forward. I have no army, no banners, no crown. I have only memory and rage. Soon I will reach her gates, and when I do, she will see not a man, not a monster, but the echo of her own sins. The last time I stood before her, she was begging for the taste of eternity. This time she will beg for it to end. Let her call every servant, let her summon every horror. Let the world tremble at her name. I do not tremble. I remember I am Sorin, first of the blood, last of the true immortals. The hunger behind the myth, the silence before the scream. And I have come to end the queen. Not for revenge, not for justice, but because what we began must finally end.